Tiana, Khadijah, Lenny, Carvel, him, her, him, bodies. They're all dead.
The time is 5 a.m. and well, about 5:30 right now, and I'm out for a walk. So this is what I mean when I say to you, how badly do you want it? How badly do you want it? And a big lesson that I've learned on this journey to changing my life is that the first step to changing your life is by moving, either by going to the gym or by going on a walk or by doing high intensity dance workout, yoga, something. What I've learned is that for you to change your life, for you to take that next step into becoming a greater version of yourself, you have to move. That's the most important step. I might tell you, oh yeah, you need to go to bed early, which is very important. You need to wake up early, which is very important. But you see, moving changes everything. And it's not about losing weight. Okay, that's one thing I wanted to emphasize. It's not about losing weight when you're trying to change your life and you start to move. Right now, for me, it's not about losing weight. It's about the energy that going on a 5-mile walk every morning fills me with. It's about me starting my day on a high. It gives me something to look forward to. I used to do my walks in the evening. But I was like, you know what? By evening, I'm so tired from the day's activities that it takes a whole lot more pep talk within myself for me to get dressed and go on that walk. But when I do it in the morning, I can forget about it. I don't worry at all about, getting exercise during the day or anything. I already got it done. 5 miles always comes to over 10,000 steps, depending on how fast I am or how slow I am, And it's not like it is every day. And it's not like it is every day that I wake up feeling like going on this walk. There are mornings that I do not feel like it. There are mornings that I really do not want to be bothered. But I still get up anyway. Because another lesson I'm learning is that your whole old self is going to fight you tooth and nail to keep you where you are, to keep you within that old self, to keep you in that current state. But your new self is waiting for you to emerge because your new self knows what it can be. And I know that all of this might seem like a motivational talk, and even as you're watching this video, you're probably saying to yourself, but you can't do it because of this, but you can't do this because of that. Let me tell you, everybody has a reason why they cannot do that thing. My Apple Watch just told me that I've closed my exercise ring. You see that? And it's just what time in the morning. So I can go through my day and not worry about this at all, which is just amazing. Also, it makes me feel incredibly good that I woke up and I did something hard. This morning, I've done my devotion, which I always do. Well, I missed yesterday because yesterday I overslept. I woke up within 5 minutes left for me to get out and go on my run. Usually I'm up much earlier. So I skipped my devotion. But today I did my devotion, spent some time with God, and then I'm out here. It's hard. You can hear the way I'm breathing. I don't even know how this video is going to turn out, honestly. But people are up. I'm sure you can hear cars going to work, leaving their homes. Starting your day early, especially if you start on a high note, changes everything. It just fills you with so much positivity and energy. And it's awesome. Okay, I'm going to run a bit more. And that's another thing before I go. I've been incorporating runs into my walk because now I've built enough stamina for me to walk and run. And then eventually I'm sure I'll be able to run long distances. But honestly, the more you do something, the better you get at it. Let's go. Sorry, I know it's dark, but there are no street lights here. But there's one ahead. There's one up ahead. I grew 30k followers on Instagram in about 50 days. Mind blowing. I did not expect that to happen. I had spoken to my husband before going on this starting over journey, and he had said to me, plan for it to take 5 years. Just approach it with that mindset. So going into it, I was thinking long term. I'm building, you can see there's light here, I'm building something that would have longevity, So I'm just gonna keep going, trust God, trust the process, and keep showing up. Almost a month, it wasn't even up to a month into the journey, and one of my videos blew up. So this is what I mean about taking a chance on yourself. I had every reason not to start over. I had every reason to stay where I was and took whatever I got and just accepted it. But I knew the God's plans for me were better than that. And I knew that I needed to move. And God is so good. Now, when I talk about changing your life, I know it always sounds like, maybe she's talking about changing your entire life, your entire situation. No, that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. Hold on. Okay, I had to switch my mic to the other hand. That's not necessarily what I'm talking about. I mean, if you need a total life reset, then absolutely go for it. But maybe it's just one area of your life that you need to change. Maybe there's just this one bad habit that you have, and you know what those bad habits are. And maybe that's the only thing that needs to change. And you just keep putting it off. You need to do it. Let me tell you why you need to make that change. You need to make that change because no matter where you are in your life right now, that bad habit is holding you back from greater. Woo. I did not think about that before I said it, but that makes so much sense. That bad habit, that thing that you're struggling with, it's holding you back from a greater version of yourself. So even if you are living the dream life right now, that dream life could be much greater than what it is right now. Yeah, let's keep running. Whew. I hope this video is bearable. Okay, see you shortly. I just got this view and I wanted to show you because even though it's blurry, it looks so beautiful. And I know that if I keep going, it's going to become clearer and clearer and clearer. Honestly, that is the way it is when you just go for it, when you stop doubting yourself. It's not like you're going to see the entire picture. It's not like you're suddenly going to have this clarity about the entire journey. No. Why would you need God? That's what my husband said yesterday. He said, if God gave us everything when we asked, and immediately we asked, why would we need him? So, but the thing about it is, the more you go, the clearer it becomes. The farther you go, the clearer it becomes. The more clarity you have. Honestly, I'm so happy, and not just because of the followers growth, but because I'm living what I'm talking to you about. Its impact is not just, oh, come to Target with me. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I do that sometimes too. But just the knowledge of the fact that I'm impacting something crucial into possibly one person's life, two people's lives out there, is so rewarding. When I was young, when I was in secondary school, I used to be an athlete, played basketball, ran long distance, and I lived my best life. I want to find that again. See, people are up and about going to work and stuff. I want to find that again. That resilience, that zeal, that need to just do whatever God places on my heart, without fear and worry of what ifs. What if not? What if not? That's the question. Let's go. You can do hard things. You can do way harder things than you think you can. And I'm not talking about having a hard life. God forbid we have hard lives. God forbid that your life is hard. What I'm talking about is most times, if you say to someone, oh, I went on a 5-mile walk today. They're like, 5 miles? Oh my gosh, I could never do that. How do you know you could never do that? You haven't even done it. You haven't even tried it. And the secret, like I would always say, is in the consistency. You can do hard things because the more you do those hard things, the easier they become. The first 2 days that I went on a 5-mile walk, on the third day, I did not go. My entire body was aching so hard, I could barely move. I didn't go the third day. But you know what? On the fourth day, I was back. And the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh, and every day since then, I keep showing up, because I knew that it will not ache forever. It was only aching because it did something it had never done before. That was the difference. That was what I had to tell myself and understand, that the only reason my muscles were aching wasn't because they would ache forever because I started going on 5-mile walks. It was because I'd never been on 5-mile walks before, and suddenly I'm thrusting myself into it. But guess what? They don't ache anymore because now they're used to it. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Your life is not going to change overnight. Your life is not going to completely transform overnight. But over time, it will. I'll try to check in later. Let's go. And if you're going through a hard time right now, I am so incredibly sorry that you're going through a difficult period, a painful period in your life. But what I can say to you is this: it's not forever. I know it probably feels like it. I know it probably feels like there is no tomorrow. I know it probably feels like you'll constantly be in this pain. I know it probably feels like you're the only one going through what you're going through in the entire world. But be rest assured, it's for a season and it will pass. And it will end in praise. It will end in praise. It will end in joy. It will end in victory for you in every aspect. In Jesus' name. Cry if you need to. Sleep if you need to. Eat if you need to. But then pick yourself back up. Don't stay down for too long. Get back up and just keep pushing. It will work out. Thanks for coming on this walk with me. 5 miles. Yeah, you see? I'm evident. If you told me a year ago that I didn't care, you go on 5 mile walks every morning, a year from now, I would have laughed. But this only proves that greater is coming. See you in the next video. Bye.